Yo, how's it going? How's it going? Welcome guys to another DLT crypto charts, or no, DLT late night. How you doing? Sky, XRP, Houston, JR Shields, Texas Crypto, Chi. Welcome everybody, guys. Thanks for tuning in for another DLT late night live stream. Appreciate you all. Thanks for hitting those likes on the way in. Hope you guys are enjoying these cool visuals by Nanotalk. If you haven't heard of them, they make some cool exhibits with lighting and whatnot. Illybang, how you doing, man? Good to see you guys. Thanks for the 4 likes already jumping into the stream. How are you guys feeling today? You guys feeling bullish? Still, we're going to be checking out some charts, that's for sure. We got the XRP chart, but let's see what's going on up here. Past hour, we got Proppy doing some things. We got Velas, Cody, Ampleforth, and Fusion. AGI starting to do some things too, starting to wake up a bit here. Let's see, in the past 24 hours, we got YRX token, Bolt, and guys, I mean, I gotta show you what the 2017 biggest gainers were, right? Let me pop this up for y'all. Alright, so XRP 36,000%, we know that. NEM 29,000%, Ardor 16,000%, XLM 14,000, and then it was Dash at number 9 right there, or number 5. So far, are we seeing a continuation from the 2017 leaders? Because we've seen XRP doing its thing. We've seen NEM doing its thing. Now we're starting to see Ardor wake up. And XLM, of course, we've seen it do its thing as well. Dash maybe hasn't woken up just yet either. Then again, I don't have Dash on the cryptos that I'm interested in. So maybe Dash is waking up a bit as well. But yeah. In the past 24 hours, Ardor doing its thing. It's at 7.8. I think it went up from like 5 cents up to 7.8 or something like that. And this, I think this is one of their side chains called Ignis. Ignis starting to pick up some steam as well. We'll keep an eye out on Ardor and Ignis in terms of their momentum. But Ardor, 255 all-time high. You know, the whole supply is out there, about 1 billion, less than 1 billion. Looks like it's in the consolidation phase for right now. definitely looking forward to seeing what else is going to be going on with Arter. Just not much news about them. Not much news about them, so got to dig deep to find some good Arter stuff, that's for sure. Rex 007, what's up, my man? How you doing? Here's a wrench. Max XRP, what's up, dude? Here's a wrench as well. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Please use the wrenches wisely. Welcome to the Blue Crew. We got a good chat full of good people in here. PayPal postponed crypto service in USA. Trump is bringing crypto wallet regulation. XRP will fall down to 30 cents. Rex, be careful. Crypto Black Friday is coming. Dude, yeah, that's what we got lined up in terms of the news we have for today. So let me give you guys a preview of the news we have for today. CoinSquare files application to operate regulated crypto exchange in Canada. I know that doesn't really have much to do with the US, but we like keeping up with whatever news in terms of regulations throughout the world. Here, Australian government embraces blockchain with new trial and public servants network. Judge rejects motion to freeze Cred's crypto assets in bankruptcy case. I know some people have been affected, like myself, by Cred's bankruptcy, right? Coinbase CEO, Trump administrative may rush out burdensome crypto wallet rules. An upcoming story about Coinbase. Not in terms of like price tips or anything, more in terms of social issues associated with Coinbase. I guess there's going to be a Coinbase story released on Sunday by the New York Times related to Coinbase. So this could be a case where it's bad publicity could bring good publicity in terms of Coinbase, but this seems like some pretty bad publicity towards them. We're going to check that out as well. It's going to be coming on Sunday. Of course, they've stopped all margin trading on Coinbase Pro, and Binance going to be freezing the accounts or canceling accounts. I'm not sure which. I think it's freezing the accounts of U.S. people in 14 days or 13 days now. The countdown begins. So just a warning to you all, if you have Binance International and you live in the US, make sure you're either using Binance US or find another way for your cryptos to not be on that exchange, right? Shake out before the Thursday Friday blast. December 20th, biggest XRP dump will happen on that day. Okay, right on. Rex 007, thanks for your insight, dude. 14 viewers, thanks for the 7 likes. What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in. And then we have a Cambridge and Oxford team compete in algorithmic crypto trading contest. We also got a look at lbry here by Ripple. Some Ripple documents. We got a love letter. We're trying to find love letters from these institutions about Ripple or RippleNet or XRP in some PDFs here, and so far we've been stringing a good in some of these live streams a good few already with Accenture, World Trade Organization as well, and now we got Deloitte, the future of exchange value, cryptocurrencies, and the trust economy. Fun PDF to look through for sure. And then of course we got the cryptos here. People are scared. You know, I was saying, I called it out. I mean, we're definitely past it, but I was thinking at least a retrace to 57 cents. Now we're starting to have other factors that are coming into play that might change. Once again, might shift the bullish sentiment the same way that it did this year in February 14th. And we'll look at the XRP chart just to show you guys what I'm talking about here. But the thing is, I'm liking so far that we're holding above a critical resistance level around here. At least last time I checked we were. Let me zoom in again. Okay, now we're below it. So, I mean, this daily candle has a lot to still go through, but I definitely don't want to be closing here at around 55 cents, because if we do, that does give us the chance to start going down even lower to the like 50 cent range, to possibly the high 40s, and then hoping to get the bounce back. But then that's when we're starting to get back into this range. We want to be out of this lower half right here. We want to find support right here and continue that run up towards the upside, possibly up to $1. But there are global catalysts at play. There's heavy manipulation. There's only billions of dollars in this market in general. So easy to manipulate for some of these whales or whoever has the the reins to how mass adoption of digital assets is going to be going about. We know XRP, XLM, and some others are leaders in this space in terms of possibly being ones to be mass adopted. But right now they only in terms of the market that we're looking at, they only have billions of dollars in that. That's pennies compared to the trillions that'll be in here. And hopefully, when we're dealing in around these price ranges, it's going to be volatile, right? Up and down, right? And especially in we're living with so much uncertainty around us. So the more uncertainty, the higher the volatility could be, and the dumps and the pumps, right? I'm just hoping we don't get a full retracement right here where we start going back to, for example, we start going crashing right back into the 30s, back to 32 cents, which took us forever to break through. If we get back below 32 cents, man, it could, then you know what, dude, we could crash even further. That's for sure. We don't want to see a crash back underneath this. It could mean some really bad things. I mean, then Van Life Biker would have to change back to XRP DT and start coming back with his 6-cent XRP prediction. But, there are global catalysts that could be at play here. Doesn't always respect the TA. Right. It's a long journey, especially when it comes to the digital asset space. We want to see what this space looks like after regulation. We want to see this space looks like when your friends can talk to you about UOS or XRP or XLM. Could this pump be just like the pump on the 1st of May in 2017, just like a pre-pump to shake out weak hands, maybe? Maybe, JR Shields. I mean, so far we're seeing that trend that the ones in 2017 that had the biggest gains are starting to pick up momentum again. And I don't know if those are going to be the exact same big gainers again, because we have so many new alts in this space as well. But a lot of them are scams. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised about a shakeout. Like, we're hoping, I feel like a lot of us just want everything to work our way. And there's just so much growth to be had, so much maturity in this space, because there's a lot of anti-money laundering going on. There's a lot of scams that are going on. It's a lot of crime in general that's being done through these types of cryptocurrencies and stuff like that. So wouldn't be surprised if there is a major shakeout of these scam coins, or of the ones that are trying to circumvent governments by any ways. Just wouldn't be surprised by that at all. So I don't know why anybody would be surprised. Like, I feel like people wanted to work both ways, where like the real cryptos are still going up in value, and then the shitty ones, okay, the shitty ones just don't do anything, but the real ones just keep going up. They're not going to suffer. Like, and sure, that could happen in a utility bull run, but right now we're not seeing regulations. We're still in the Wild West. The market cap overall is still too small, and there's global catalysts that could be at play, right? XTC green, I like that. Oh yeah, RPM, dude. I mean, XRP's got to take XTC show. Every time XTC starts going, XRP is like, wait, XTC. Nobody can know that about XTC or what XTC is doing. What's up, Abe? How you doing, dude? Guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to the 21 viewers. Thanks for smashing the likes. We got 21, so we got 2-1 and then 1-2 likes. Appreciate y'all. Pretty cool. Alright, so let's get into our first piece of news here. So let's jump over to... Yeah, it's a pretty short news article. We can get through it pretty quick, and, it's involving certain regulations in other parts of the world, and we like covering that as well. Appreciate you all tuning in. What's up, everybody? CoinSquare files application to operate as regulated crypto exchange in Canada. The newly appointed directors and executive team bring tremendous experience in Canadian securities regulation, investment dealer operations, and regulated marketplaces. CoinSquare, a Canadian cryptocurrency trading platform, has announced the appointment of Nicholas Thadany and Wendy Rudd to its board of directors. The appointments follow the confirmation of Stacey Hoyas and CoinSquare's new Chief Executive Officer, and the appointments of Lawrence Truong as Chief Compliance Officer and Eric Richmond as Chief Operating Officer. CoinSquare Capital Markets has also submitted a dealer membership application to the Investment Industry Regulation Organization of Canada and an application to the Ontario Securities Commission to operate Canada's first regulated marketplace for digital assets. The proposed marketplace will provide automated trading systems bringing together institutional and retail orders from buyers and sellers of digital assets deemed securities under the Ontario Securities Act. The outstanding leaders who have joined our executive team and board will play an important role in informing and executing our mandate to deliver full transparency and compliance in all aspects of our operations. The measures we have taken are in strict adherence to regulatory requirements and demonstrate CoinSquare's strength and commitment to our clients, employees, and shareholders, and the digital asset community. Our goal is to create a customer-centric, safe place for Canadians to trade digital assets. And that's really what it's all about, man. And that's why we still have such a long way to go. There needs to be more transparency in this market. You're really not knowing what a majority of holders are doing in terms of the crypto assets that they own. At least Ripple, a majority owner of XRP, is fully transparent what they're doing with that majority of that XRP. At least to FinCEN, to apparently the SEC and other institutions, other central banks around the world, right? Fully transparent on what they intend to do with that XRP that they have so much of. And I'm sure their war chest just got a lot bigger with that price pump going up to what was it, 92 cents? Yeah, I'm sure Ripple got some really good gains from their XRP holdings, right? The 45 cents, the lowest I see for XRP, going for a touch. Yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, it's just unpredictable world right now. I'm so scarred, not only from the February 14th crash, because if you look back at it, man, like it was good times around that time. Like for a lot of cryptos were looking the way that this is looking right here. Look at this. Look at how it was trending. We were going down for such a long while from June 2019 all the way till December 2019. And then we started getting some glimpses of hope right here for XRP. And then right here at February 14th, we should have broke, as you notice, we're testing that like resistance level, that crucial resistance level right here at around 34 cents, 32 cents, and just got rejected again. But we also had global catalysts that were at play right there. The situation we're in happened, right? That major dump in the stock market happened. And then we would go down to 12 cents. So who knows, man? Maybe there's another major crash to come. Apparently there's going to be another series of lockdowns to be coming as well. So can't imagine how, I mean, it's crazy that we're getting used to it now where the markets are totally not reflecting what's going on in the real economy anymore. And it's going to be interesting to see if it ever does come back to reality, right? Because right now in the reality, the economy's not really doing too well. But, stock market, what was it for the Dow Jones? It just hit like 30,000. All-time high. Crazy, man. TJ Denton, yeah, man, it's not looking too bad. I mean, we need to see how this daily candle is going to close. It's 16 hours away. I just hope that it can trend just above 56 cents. If it can trend above there and close, we can get a bounce right here off a crucial, former point of resistance right here at around, that point, 55 cents, 55.9. We want to close at around 56 cents, get that bounce so we can continue some more bullish momentum. But if we close beneath, then we could start going down even lower to around 49 and let me see. What was it? Yeah, 49 to 46. And, worst case scenario, if we're still looking for a retracement towards the upside, that is 39 cents. But if it closes below that, then yeah, we start hitting those lower targets, and then we just could assume, we're getting a full retracement, and probably 23 cents won't be the worst of it at that point. If we're retracing this much from this point, it's a heavy rejection. Alex D Vlogs, it's happening tonight, my man. It's happening tonight. What's up to the 22 viewers, guys? Thanks for the 15 likes. What's up, everybody? I love it. Alex D Vlogs. Alex D Vlogs, I'll never tell you what to do, and you don't give a fuck about what I do, so it's all good. Shout out to Alex Cobb, man. He's been keeping that stream going strong. Oh, Abe, it is so antisocial now. It's going to take a... You know what's sad? So now that it's so antisocial and we're building more and more distrust towards each other, and it might not even be distrust in terms of like what's your political affiliation or anything like that, nothing like superficial as that, but now it's just something as simple as, can I trust your health? Can I trust that you're a healthy person, right? Or at least that's what they want us to start perceiving things as, of each other. And they're successfully doing it. And now we're going to start, if we do going back to mass events like concerts or movie theaters or anything like that, you're going to probably be required to have a cell phone of some type or a wristwatch of some type that can certify that you have a digital identity of some sort that certifies that you're healthy, meet certain health compliance things. Maybe they still do that scanner, right, where they test your temperature. I don't really see that happening long term, like that the continuing of doing a worker coming up and scanning you or anything like that. I think it'll just be as simple as like, through your wristwatch you have, or your cell phone, you have everything verified through there, your medical records, everything. And I mean, what did we just see here, right, with CoinSquare, right? And what do we always talk about here, and like a common theme in a lot of these articles we go through? Transparency, right? Being more transparent. We talk about, it's funny, they use transparency, but it's more control over us, because now they have, I want to be a regulatory compliant person. I'm not trying to break regulations at all, right? I'm not somebody who's trying to break any regulation whatsoever, or anything like that. But now they're going to, us asking for transparency out of our leaders, out of our institutions, this increased transparency for regulatory compliance, it's going to go the other way around as well. Oh yeah, masks will always be optional from now on. Like people will have a while to start moving on from that distrust. Maybe they won't care if they can just still go to a mass event and be surrounded by many people. They'll still like have the option of whether or not they want to wear a mask or not. I think there might be a period where we finally move away from the mask for a second, and then maybe think, oh, our technology is doing so great. We found these health solutions. We found ways to be more transparent with our health and stuff like that. And then, whatever next situation for human evolution starts coming through. By the way, guys, I got a side tangent here. I think you guys might find this interesting, because you know how I love me some Kubrick, right? Well, check this out, dude. A monolith in Utah today. A monolith in Utah discovered. Isn't that crazy? Oh, give me a second, guys. So a monolith in Utah. And if you guys don't know what I mean by this monolith or anything, if you guys have seen the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, don't judge me on my bat rewards, y'all. Come on now. Let's see if we can get a good image of that monolith. All right, nice. They're already putting up the Utah monolith there. But yeah, this monolith right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like a black one in 2001: A Space Odyssey, and it pops up throughout the film. And whenever it pops up, it pops up at first when you know, there's no mankind just yet. It's just a world of apes, and when the apes discover it and they touch it, all of a sudden they start learning how to hunt better using bones, for example, and strongest survive type of mentality, fighting each other over ground and whatever. A new evolution in technology, right, with being able to create weapons, right? And then we jump ahead and we go into the like kind of present day, and these astronauts find that there's a monolith on the moon. So then they go visit it, and when they touch it, it starts kind of messing with their brains, and all of a sudden we jump many years ahead, and we're a super advanced type of species now, and we're exploring the deep explorations of space because we've heard of another signal of the monolith from there. And you know, it's like it's a metaphor for what were those instances, what were those events that caused mankind to like take these evolutionary steps, especially in our relationship with technology, right? So I think that was interesting that CBS, New York Times, all these news stations covered this monolith thing today, right? Post the pump of XRP, post the pump of XLM, and you know, taking that metaphor that the monolith was representing, you know, when humans came in contact with it, it was like meaning the next jump in our evolution with technology. I mean, what a perfect time, right, to be releasing this type of article. So, are they trying to say, yeah, get ready for that next jump, that next technological jump, right? Humankind's relationship with technology. Because there's got, like, I would have to think that there's been many more instances like this. I mean, not every day you come across a monolith, of course, but I feel like this might have, like, it probably has happened in the past before, but maybe not a real monolith or anything like that. But you know, out of all days, out of all times, this thing gets discovered in 2020, of course, and around, you know, just times right now where we're starting to see real technological innovation coming through and adoption. You know, different types of, I'm not even only talking about digital assets and cryptocurrencies, talking about like things like Zoom and whatnot. I think we're getting ready for regulation. Alex D Vlogs, no doubt regulation's coming, dude. When Binance International is telling US users that they have to get out in 14 days, they had to accelerate it. At first it was 90 days, and now they're accelerating it up to 14 days. That is a huge sign. Something is coming up very soon in terms of regulation, especially with Coinbase Pro shutting down margin trading. That is some big stuff as well. They want to be more regulatory compliant. Coinbase is going to go through some shit in the next couple of days, man. There's something on Sunday, and we're going to be reading through here. There's an article that's going to be coming out that's going to be negative towards Coinbase on Sunday. We're going to be seeing what that consequence is going to bring about as well. I mean, just very interesting times we're in, you guys. 2021 is the year of regulation. I hope 2021 is I hope it's the regulated year. I hope we get regulation before 2021, and then we can just move throughout 2021 see what a regulated space is for a whole year. I hope we don't go too far into 2021 and then get regulatory clarity. I'd like to see, you know, what a whole year in a regulatory environment for crypto would look like, especially the first full year in a regulatory environment. 45 cents. Hope that's as low as it gets. I hear you, brother. We'll see, man. A lot of people's, you know, guts are going to be checked for sure. It's going to be a gut check moment, probably. They want to take the anonymous out of it. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's all about transparency at the end of the day. You know? And hopefully they're transparent as well, but I don't think we'll moon before CBDCs are the norm. Hey, but yeah, that might be a good point. We'll see, man. You guys know as much as I do, and I know as much as you do, man. We're in uncharted territory, and, you know, at least we do know the future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. At least not $100 plus moon. With PayPal giving everyone in US ability to use crypto for purchases next year, I feel the regulation will follow. Let's go, man. I hope so too. And PayPal is waiting for that BIT license. They still need to obtain a BIT license. And I think once they do, I think that's when you're going to start seeing that connection with XRP really coming through. And hopefully PayPal jumping into the PayID Open Payments Coalition. Guys, PayID is a really big deal, especially with Interledger Protocol ILP being involved in companies like Coil and whatnot. But if we can get PayPal to be part of that Open Payments Coalition, that one of the first to join in that, if anything, if they want to be one of the pioneers, you know, joining in, because then that'll start opening up that idea of having an email for payments, right? Because that's really what PayID is. It's like having an email. Instead of having an address with all these numbers and all these things on it, it's just basically like an email address for your payments, your PayID, right? And if you can get PayPal on that, and you can start sending payments through PayPal to PayID, to other PayID enabled wallets, and hopefully other wallets will follow through as well. Apple Pay, Google Pay, all working with the PayID. Be able to send value as quick as you can send a text, right? An email. By the way, what's up to the 20 people tuning in? Thanks for the 16 likes, everybody. You guys are amazing. Just want to say once again, Alex D Vlogs, thanks for that $1.99 donation, man. I thought PayPal was just for buying and selling crypto. Are they expanding to making payments? Well, Roberto Wembley, I mean, I haven't used PayPal services for crypto, but you use PayPal, for example, to send USD to somebody else who has a PayPal account, right? So now we're going to be talking about a world with no silos anymore. And if you do have a PayID, PayPal will be able to send to a Venmo account, to a Zelle account, to another type of an Alipay account, right? Through PayID. if that happens, if that plan ends up happening. I think I'm one of the only ones who is hoping for that, but I can see that happening where Pay ID is still so young. We need to see how it further develops coming in the years. I mean, it's not even 1 year old yet, like not even 4 months old yet, I don't think. So if we can see what happens with Pay ID and this Open Payments Coalition thing and the Interledger Protocol, which we already know already has entities like the Googles, the Apples, the Amazons, right? If they can join this Open Payments Coalition, start enabling Pay ID addresses, then you might have other competitors to Pay ID. I'm not saying Pay ID will be the only one. I think EOS has a pretty convenient, easy way of sending to addresses on their platform as well. So there's other cryptos or other maybe interoperable ledgers out there that'll probably try to provide that like simplified address. But if they're truly interoperable, they should be able to work with like XRPL and hopefully work across other silos. But that's what we're trying to get right there, right? Is being able to send payments very easily, like a message, right? And what usually comes along with a message? A name, right? Or an email message, right? Sky XRP Houston, appreciate you, my man. Thanks for the $3 donation. You rock, dude. That lemon guy's ready to run, dude. He's ready to go. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the support, dude. UK waking up and buying the dip soon. I hope so, dude. We got a lot of time there on that candle. Hopefully it doesn't go close beneath 55 cents. Oh. Abe, is that the clip of him dancing? Right. That identity verification for hardware wallets, shaking my head. I don't like that, but it is what it is, I guess. I mean, TJ, it's like we've created so much there's so much crap that's going on in this country, especially in the US right now. I mean, what other solutions are we going to have, especially if we want to go back to a world where we have we can go to concerts again or football events or anything like that. They're going to ask for transparency from us, man. They're going to want to know our health record, just in the same way that they've already gotten us used to telling each other what our age is and letting us, scanning our ID before identification before events and stuff like that. It's going to just be another thing that gets tagged along with that. It's not only your identity, it's like what's your occupation, what's your income, what's your health records. You could say it's like almost like a ranking system, right? Like, oh, this person's qualified to enter, this person isn't qualified to enter, right? Yeah, very early, my man. And remember, Interledger Protocol sends micropayments, right? And it loves to use XRP. It's been set up in a way to use XRP as that native asset, right? So if it's sending little micropayments, or my dog's like flipping out, just like checking out. So if it's sending those little micropayments, those little packets of data, those packets of data are XRP. It's sending micropayments in XRP because that's what Interledger Protocol is going to do is decide what is the fastest and most efficient way to send that payment between two trusted or untrusted sender and receiver, people. Between the sender and receiver, the fastest and the easiest, and that's going to be through the XRP ledger using XRP. And remember that level of trust is so important. That's why you're going to need these institutions, these central banks that are the regulators of their countries. And if they're on RippleNet using ODL, combine that with Interledger Protocol that is the underlayer to the internet, you've basically created, You basically have allowed central banks to now have that complete direct connection to us, to the person, and they'll be facilitators of value. They'll just custody these digital assets that they're going to deem valuable, and you know, in that internet of value, they're just going to be funneling payments just everywhere using interledger protocol, using that ODL, using micropayments innovations. It's just so hard to imagine it just because we're not in it. But you know, the every day that's going by, it's getting a little bit clearer, right? More and more things are falling into place. All right, so let's go to the next piece of news here. Australian government embraces blockchain with new trial and public servants network. I'm just surprised, man. I'm surprised the speculation hasn't run rampant, you know, with the announcements that you see from the OCC about banks, U.S. banks nationally being able to custody digital assets. PayPal's involvement as well. I'm sure we're going to be seeing Square's involvement as well. It's just crazy to me that we're not seeing that speculation just go ham, like literally just parabolic and unbelievably parabolic. That's what would be expecting from news like that. But as you can see, we're still in billions of dollars in this market. It's still easy to manipulate at the end of the day. So following the launch of a nationwide APS blockchain network for federal, state, and local staff, Australia has launched an international blockchain trial with Singapore. That's pretty big, right? Singapore, definitely one of those forward-looking, very even forward-thinking in terms of regulatory clarity with digital assets, but also regulatory clarity, but also very strict type of regulatory clarity. They're all about that AML as well, right? Or that know your customer. Trying to prevent AML, having more transparency with the institutions that are working in Singapore, right? So the Australian government is trialing the use of blockchain technology for intergovernment document exchanges with Singapore as the latest action in a series of pro-blockchain efforts. It follows hot on the heels of the establishment of a new network promoting blockchain to public servants. On November 23rd, the Australia Border Force launched a blockchain trade trial in collaboration with Singapore Customs and Singapore Infocom Media Development Authority to test digital verification systems. ABF Commissioner Michael Outram explained that the trial will help digitize trade and compliance records, adding this initiative will incorporate paperless trading and secure digital exchange of trade information as part of the future architecture and design of an Australian trade single window. The Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Australian Industry Group, and financial institutes across Australia and Singapore, including ANZ, will take part in the trial. Give me a sec, you guys. It's a first step in delivering on signpost 7 of the National Blockchain Roadmap, raising awareness across the APS. This year's federal budget announced on October was $5 million, was earmarked for 2 distributed ledger technology initiatives. Interesting. With a further $480 allocated to projects that could benefit from blockchain integration. In response to Australia's first recession in 30 years, the government's Senate Select Committee released a report in September that predicted significant adoption of blockchain technology within Australia's financial and regulatory centers. The report extensively referenced blockchain with more than 50 citations of the word. Australia is stepping up their involvement in the blockchain game, and they are really a big player in this as well. Australia's economy is definitely booming. I mean, I'm not saying booming right now, but I'm saying there's a lot of potential there with Australia and its involvement here with Singapore. Definitely their blockchain involvement increasing way more, and hopefully some more regulatory compliance as well. What's up to everybody in the chat? How's everybody doing? By the way, thanks for tuning in, y'all. This monolith is crazy, dude. It's crazy. What an interesting time to put that up on the story here. Oh man. I didn't see the press conference at the Gettysburg today. Westpac, NAB, Commonwealth Bank, and Australia have been testing RippleNet for a while now. Yep, exactly. There you go, man. I want to buy some gold with XRP just because I can. Dude, I'm excited for that, man. What was it called again? The bullion? The AB bullion or... I'm stuck between leaving the country and fighting the system when we moon. I'm starting to think I shouldn't sell any XRP till XLM reaches triple digits, just hodl till life-changing wealth. Abe, I mean, I got a feeling that proof of work is definitely not going to be, you know, the Bitcoin's proof of work and any other proof of work systems that are highly influential are going to start to not be in the interests of the market sometime soon. Because we've seen Bitcoin dominance go beneath 50% right now. Bitcoin's dominance is ridiculously high still in the 62%. We've seen it go beneath 50%, and that was around that 2017 mark. And that opened up a lot of people's eyes to the other possibilities, the other options outside of Bitcoin to enable to enable payments with a digital currency, right? And by seeing that going down 50%, it let you know that Bitcoin can be beat. And it started showing the market's interest starting to dramatically shift towards altcoins, right? And now a lot of the market really likes the altcoins. And I think that's what's going to be happening when you start seeing the masses start coming into this. Their interests are going to be demanding faster payments. Because, I mean, unless Bitcoin's price is ridiculously high, then I don't think any new person's going to be really wanting to use Bitcoin for payments because they've already missed out on ridiculous gains that can come and follow from that, right? And they're probably going to be missing out on the ridiculous gains that are coming from here for XRP. So at the end of the day, that's where we're going to be living in, is this world where these CBDCs are going to be running on these distributed ledger technologies. And people are going to still be thinking they're using USD or fiat or some, you know, maybe they are using cryptocurrencies, but it's running on top of the XRP ledger or Stellar WorldWire. I'm interested to see what this world with CBDCs is going to be doing, because that's what merchants will probably just be converting any type of currency they receive into, is that CBDC, because that's the way they can allow for full transparency to their central banks and also allow for a connection to every transaction that's ever made by allowing that's why XRP is so important. It's because it is that convertible feature. It is that bridge currency. And through that bridge, it'll make everything traceable, every payment. What are your exit points, G? Dude, I'm hoping that we can go into this future where I won't ever have to sell any of my XRP. I really hope that I wouldn't have to ever sell my XRP. If I ever do, I do have my targets, and if they come up, I'm selling a portion. I will always hold a majority for life, because I really hope to the point where we can use digital assets whenever we want. I mean, if we're going to be streaming payments in the future, and it can be any type of currency that you can stream payments with, and most likely what's going to be streaming those payments or bridging those streaming payments, it's going to be XRP through the interledger, because interledger will always decide what is the fastest, most secure way to send a payment, and the interledger is going to decide on XRP all the time. So why would I even need to sell XRP? If it ends up becoming this global standard in payments that we're all expecting or hoping it to become, what would be the point of selling that then? You know? Of that completely valuable tool that is a translator for all types of value. And hopefully we can go anywhere in the world in this future and be able to use XRP anywhere, anytime, right? That's their goal, right? Enable payments for everyone, everywhere. Uphold saying anything to anything, right? And I hope that's the same for XLM too, because that's their target that they're going for. Now, for some of these other coins, maybe they're more speculative for me, or you know, I have shorter targets for them, because really, I just really like XRP and XLM, and I'm starting to really like HBAR a lot. I'm starting to like, of course, I love ADA and VeChain. I mean, those are a given. I'm talking in terms of ones that like aren't as well known to a lot of people. You know, the HBARs, the IOTAs, and the Algos of the world, Cody's, Solana. These like really fast transaction, fast payment amps, the amp, Flexicoin, right? Because I think that's what this market wants, right? This market has an interest in really fast, high transaction throughput type of systems right here. At least that's what we saw in that pump, right? And ADA was doing some really good things too, man. Damn, it's getting bloody as hell, you guys. Wow. This hourly is... Yikes. We're down to 50 cents, guys. Hey, Abe, I'm with you, man. I'm not being greedy. I'm just saying like, we're going into a regulatory clarity. We're going to get regulatory clarity in this space, right? So you're going to be able to use these digital assets. And, you know, these central banks are going to make their regulations. Whatever their regulations are, they're going to be saying, okay, you can use these digital assets, but you can't use these. And whatnot. Or maybe they say, yeah, use whatever you want, but... I'm thinking that, you know, the scam coins are going to just get liquidated, because you're going to have the institutions that want to custody these digital assets, and they're going to determine what the value is going to be, right? So then if they want to custody XRP, which I assume they're going to want to, is custody XRP, why would I want to let go of that? It's literally going to make so many businesses work more efficiently, right? Cost savings and whatnot. We're already seeing that example with MoneyGram to a smaller scale. Companies that use XRP, use RippleNet, use ODL, benefit tremendously. And I think hodlers are going to benefit tremendously as well. When you have that tool that is secure, that allows you to send value within seconds, any size value within seconds for low costs, that should not be taken lightly. Especially when you're talking about it being the underlayer of the internet, right? Interledger protocol being that second layer to the internet. All transactions on the internet going through interledger protocol. Of course, the sender and receiver can decide to use whatever payments they like. And when it's payments amongst untrusted people, a sender and receiver that don't know each other too much, and it's untrusted, it's going to be connected through XRP. It's going to be connected through that universal mode on the Interledger protocol. And that's where you're going to see XRP really flourishing, in these untrusted payments where I don't know. I don't have to know the person exactly that I'm sending this value to, as long as the value does get to them, right? And that's going to be important, because, you know, you're making an exchange, right? You just want the exchange to happen. Exactly, XRP, TJ. Exactly, my man. 1K at $25, 1K at $50, 1K at 100, 1K at 300, 1K at 500. Hold 10K in case price ever gets stupid, like 50K or 1 million. Geez, Texas crypto, that's not a bad plan. I like that. XRP feels like a gift from God sometimes. I'm grateful for my bags and knowledge of it. I mean, it does seem like it's a too good to be true type of thing sometimes, man, but at least in my opinion, the community is just so damn small. Nobody knows about it. You try to talk to anybody that you know about it, they have no clue about it. They think it's a scam. They think it's tinfoil hat type of stuff. They think you're crazy. They think you should be putting your mind and your attention into other things other than that. And then meanwhile here, Ripple is just partnering and talking with people like the IMF, Bank of England, BBVA, Bank of America, right? Changing the payment rails of the future global financial system right before our eyes. But no, it's not the cool thing to keep track of. I get it. It's not the most important social issue to look at right now. But it's real. It's definitely real, and people are going to know how real it is very soon. Nobody knows about it, man. Even people who know about Bitcoin, there's like way more people that know about Bitcoin, and yet the BTC maxis still feel that nobody knows about Bitcoin. And then there's Ethereum, right? And they have their own community and a lot of people that are involved with Ethereum. And then you got XRP, right? Nobody really even thinks about XRP, man. No average person knows at all about XRP or Ripple. Oh, BH, what's up, man? Hey, bro, Roller Coaster. Appreciate your channel. Thank you, man. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you, dude. Thanks for that $5 bomb. Or that Australian $5. Not sure what that is, but I appreciate you, man. Thanks for the support and the donation. Means a lot. What's up to the 19 viewers? And thanks for the 22 likes, guys. You guys are amazing, man. Blue Crew is awesome. Alrighty. So let's jump into this Coinbase stuff. So Coinbase CEO Trump administration may rush out burdensome crypto wallet rules. Brian Armstrong is worried the Trump administration is about to send the cryptocurrency industry a parting gift. The Coinbase CEO took to Twitter Wednesday night to blast the U.S. Treasury Department's rumored plans to attempt to track owners of self-hosted cryptocurrency wallets with an onerous set of data collection requirements. If the whispers are to be believed, outgoing Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is preparing to tamp down on one of the fundamental tenets of the cryptocurrency ethos, the ability of the individual to hold their crypto unmolested themselves. This proposed regulation would we think, require financial institutions like Coinbase to verify the receipt owner of the self-hosted wallet, collecting identifying information on that party before a withdrawal could be sent to that self-hosted wallet. If true, the regulation would represent a broadside against the U.S. cryptocurrency industry, like few ever levied by the federal government. It would force corporations to know every counterparty to their users' crypto transactions, keeping logs, tracking movements, and verifying identities even before a transfer could take place. Those pre-disclosure rules are starting to bite Coinbase in the ass now, right? What have we been talking about with that, man? Pre-disclosure rule. Know your customer. All that information, that transparency, identity being an undervalued component to the blockchain. And one of the troubles with blockchain is identity, the governance and identity part. And we already see Ripple really tuning in big time with that. That's where PID starts to really play a big role once again. XRP bags, what's up, dude? Poison cherry midnight snack, I like that, bro. Exactly, Hope. Exactly. As important it is to be in the moment, very few people can actually anticipate the future of things. Added to my SAP and AAVE bag. I like that. XRP bags. Nice, dude. Yeah, Zap looking pretty good, dude. XDC has started, and XDC started this and is the last to die. I like that. Google searches for Ripple was up 567% today. Hell yeah. Whole world economy collapsing and nobody knows about it. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, dude, exactly, man. And if you even say about that, if you even say anything like 2008 is happening, they're just like, That's like so much of our culture right now is just people have just had it, right? They're just, what's on Netflix, man? Tell me something good you watched. Tell me some music you listen to. Oh, I was listening to XRP Bags. Yeah, you showed me that guy last time. I mean, dude, just something else besides cryptocurrency. Oh, that's a thing of speculation right there too, Abe. So, with US users having to leave Binance International, it's going to definitely open up a lot of opportunities for the Coinbases, the Upholds, the BitTrues, the Binance.US's. You know, you're going to probably see some more users flooding into those available cryptos. I'm thinking Binance International US people who are getting kicked off Binance International. You're literally getting kicked off of Binance International. I think they might. I'll say about maybe 25% of them go to Binance.us, or maybe even less. I think they'll start entertaining other options because they're going to probably be, most of them are going to probably be bitter towards Binance. I mean, let's just say it how it is. If they have to know all those things before payments, Bitcoin will be deleted. Bitcoin needs to merge with Ripple. Yeah, I hear you, Aaron. They got to just keep distracting people with Bitcoin. Lambs ready for the slaughter as we have been prepared to be. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is a big opportunity, dude. When you're talking about the internet of value and you're talking about a whole new underlayer to the internet that is going to allow for transparency of every transaction that happens on the internet, you guys, that is some big stuff. That is a big deal. You have a majority of the whole World Wide Web community implementing Interledger Protocol to streamline payments to make efficient, super fast, cheap, secure payments. And when you're talking about micro payments, you can do trillions of transactions per second. That's just not hyperbole from me. That is from Stefan Thomas himself talking about Interledger Protocol, saying being able to stream trillions of transactions per second, right? And that's what it's going to have to be if you're talking about, you know, running all payments through the internet finally. That's what the central banks are doing. They're going to be going from the traditional financial systems over into now being the vaults for the internet, the world vaults for the internet, and facilitating value straight to the customers, which is us, right? Oh yeah, Lady Enigma's interview on XRP Army News was awesome. All the money, internet of value, trickle, trickle, flood, bullish motherfuckers at the IMF. Exactly. IMF really likes IMF. We read that IMF article the other day, or that PDF, and it was a love letter towards RippleNet. They were definitely informing a lot of people what RippleNet was and what XRP was. They mentioned the digital asset that it uses. And guys, we are going to be looking at this PDF by Deloitte, and I think you guys are going to really like that type of stuff. So let's get through this article. Last week, we heard rumors that the U.S. Treasury and Secretary Mnuchin were planning to rush out some new regulation regarding self-hosted crypto wallets before the end of his term. I'm concerned that this would have unintended side effects and wanted to share those concerns. It would also bring to pass the worst-case scenario envisioned by industry players when the Financial Action Task Force, an intergovernmental body, told its member countries to apply the so-called travel rule to crypto businesses last year. This long-standing rule requires financial institutions to collect information about the sender and the receiver of a money transfer. And that's what PayID helps a lot of the, whether these cryptos want it or not, having PayID is going to allow for that transparency between the sender and receiver, those pre-disclosure rules, knowing the value that is being sent is going to be the value that gets to the receiver. You know, there's no hidden fees or anything like that. There's no hidden scams. You know who the real source is of what your money is being sent to and received from. But it was ambiguous. So let me read that again. So this long-standing rule requires financial institutions to collect information about the sender and receiver of a money transfer, but it was ambiguous what that would mean when someone sends Bitcoin from, say, their Coinbase account to an address controlled by a private key on a sheet of paper kept in a sock drawer. The Treasury Department did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Yeah, I can't imagine. But yeah, that's where you're gonna have to start having that interoperability for. So what is he saying? Being able to send your Bitcoin from Coinbase to a private key on a sheet of paper in a sock drawer. I would say that you would still likely be able to do that, but I don't know if it would be. That's an interesting dilemma, man. I can see why the Treasury didn't respond to that too quick. So the widespread impact, and it would not just affect those who store their coins on a hardware device like Trezor or Ledger. Many crypto services use non-custodial wallets, decentralized finance, smart contracts, smart wallets, paper storage. All would need to prove their provenance to transact with regulated entities under the rumored rule. Interesting. Such a sweeping interpretation of FATF guidance has already been applied in Switzerland and the Netherlands. Their virtual asset service providers VASP might prove the ownership of non-custodial crypto wallets ahead of transfer. Armstrong said Wednesday that such a regulation would be a terrible legacy and have long-standing negative impacts for the U.S. This additional friction would kill many of the emerging use cases for crypto. Crypto is not just money, it is the digitizing of every type of asset, he said. To date, regulation of decentralized cryptocurrency networks have been mostly limited to then on and off ramps between the networks and the traditional financial system. According to Jacob Farber, partner at blockchain law and consulting firm Ouroboros LLP, the state of affairs left the industry mostly unregulated and private, such as that it has been able to offer a real alternative to traditional finance. Imposing a KYC requirement on transactions between on and off ramps and every wallet that transacts with them expands the reach of regulation over crypto exponentially. More importantly, it changes what crypto can be, at least at scale. He called Armstrong's concern justified and said these potential regulations should be taken seriously by the cryptocurrency community. The Blockchain Association has long then been aware of some of the regulators in the U.S. and overseas, has been concerned about self-hosted wallets. Executive Director Kristen Smith: we are actively educating officials in both the executive branch and the legislative branch in order to address misconceptions about self-hosted wallets. I'm soaring high over here. I like that. That's why I want to leave too much bullshit in America, plus my moon money will go farther in other countries. I agree with you there, Abe. Oh yeah, man. If China does win this tech Cold War, get ready for TRX, VeChain, and Binance, and a lot of these other China coins to explode. Bitcoin especially. Bitcoin would probably go through the roof. Keep it low key. I mean, I'm trying to still figure out what this means. Like, because I'm trying to figure out what this would mean in terms of if you have your crypto on a ledger or your Trezor, and how because they're saying right here the widespread impact, right? So it would also not just affect those who store their coins on a hardware to wallet device like Trezor or Ledger. Many crypto services use non-custodial wallets, right? Such a sweeping interpretation of the FATF guidance have already applied in Switzerland, right? So okay, so if true, the regulation would represent a broadside against the US cryptocurrency industry like few ever levied by the federal government. It would force corporations to know every counterparty to their users' crypto transactions, keeping logs, tracking movements, verifying identities, even before a transfer could take place. Sounds very similar to how XRPL works and Ripple and the Dodd-Frank Act, right? Those pre-disclosure rules, those KYC, those AML. This is why we have so long to go in this space in terms of maturity. Um, Interesting to see what, like right now in the past 2 days, we've been getting some really iffy stuff from Coinbase and Binance. Um, and that those are like the two big daddies, right, in terms of your average crypto investor. Happy giving thanks. Nice, man. Happy Thanksgiving to all of y'all. It is 12 a.m. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. Wait, is $3.30 crypto right now? XRP? No. Holly Molly in the house. How you doing, Holly Molly? Good to see you. Good seeing everybody in here in the Blue Crew. Appreciate y'all. 23 viewers, 24 likes. What's up, everybody? So let's just jump over to Cambridge and Oxford teams compete in algorithmic crypto trading contests. Teams representing the maths and science departments of the universities of Cambridge and Oxford are competing to design cryptocurrency trading algorithms. Right? So crypto exchanges Coinbase, FTX, 6 Digital Exchange, and LMAX Digital, along with Ethereum software developer Consensus, have also partnered to support the competition. We also have some connections here to lbry, right? Ripple's blockchain research initiative. And who's there as well is Oxford, right? You got Oxford University right there. But yeah, it's great to see universities, you know, embracing blockchain, because that's what it really is. They're trying to educate these future developers and see what other innovations are going to be coming out from this, you know, new technology, right? This innovative, disruptive technology that is still early days in. Sorry guys, I'm just reading through some of these articles. This is a PDF from Ripple that was posted this year called The Last Mile Playbook for Global Payments. And this was posted in May, right? So already the symbolism in this PDF, right? The pyramid, the eye at the top, right? The eye at the top of the pyramid, simplifying last mile payments, revolutionizing today's cross-border payments in an attempt to create more cross-border interoperability. What else do we got? Send payment orders between long chain and correspondent banks, more transparency. Across regions, there is significant process variance with respect to how modern and efficient the last mile payment networks are. Example of a country that has managed to modernize their domestic systems to achieve real-time settlement and interoperability in low-value payments is India with the Unified Payments Interface. The need for a standard international payment system that is both fast and verifiable is reaching critical mass. All right. Already at $127 trillion per year, the value of international payments continues to grow at faster rates than the economy. To provide a clear understanding of the opportunities of the last mile systems that are necessary for global payments, we pulled together a simple guide for building differentiated value propositions in key markets. So then India's demand for real-time solutions here, right? And look at all a global view, opportunity in the last mile. The country's scores are determined by considering the market size of low-value cross-border payments and capabilities of the last mile payment system. You got some countries that are going live, like Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Colombia, Europe, India, Mexico. I mean, a global framework they're setting up here, right, guys? What else do we got? Banks and payment providers can leverage the digital asset XRP through our on-demand liquidity service to further reduce costs and access new markets, right? Financial institutions can process their customers' payments anywhere in the world instantly, reliably, and cost effectively. Just an oldie but goodie right there with Ripple. Then we got our Deloitte PDF. Gonna check out the chat really quick before we jump into this one, guys. Thanks for everybody tuning in, by the way. How's everybody doing? Forever thankful to the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing, man. You guys make this channel what it is. Always. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Alrighty, so the future of exchanging value cryptocurrencies and the trust company PDF by Deloitte here, and they mention Ripple a good amount of times, so let's just jump into the first time they mention it right here. They talk about Filecoin as well. You can see Filecoin netted right here. So Filecoin, for example, allows users to store files in the blockchain and rewards them with Filecoins for storing blocks on their computers. And then here we go with Ripple. Ripple is another cryptography-based approach to exchanging value, and one that makes the role of the cryptocurrency, XRP in this instance, much plainer. Ripple replaces block mining with a distributed database of information about all Ripple accounts. A network of independent services each maintain a copy of the database and constantly compare the transaction records with those of other services. New transactions are accepted in the network only when a majority of the services agree that the transaction is valid. XRP is a key technology in the overall Ripple solution. The Ripple protocol allows any currency to be traded over the network, not just XRP, though all accounts are required to hold a small amount of XRP, as the currency performs three important roles in the protocol. First, the requirement to hold a small amount of XRP hinders the creation of spam accounts. The amount is insignificant for normal users, but rapidly becomes expensive for malicious users with large numbers of accounts. Second, each Ripple transactions destroys a small amount of XRP. We forget about that. We forget that XRP is not just a limited set amount. It's deflationary, right? This should be insignificant for normal users, but would rapidly become expensive for malicious users trying to spam the network with transactions. Third, XRP can be used as a bridging currency to facilitate exchanges between two currencies not commonly traded. That's very key right there. Making it challenge that's what I was talking about, right? Those untrusted parties. I'm not sure about that currency that you're using. I would like to accept this currency. And what's going to be that bridge? What's going to be that converter to allow you to receive whatever form of value you choose to receive, and them to be able to spend whatever type of value they choose to spend. Yeah, Blue Crew is amazing, man. You guys are... I love you guys just chatting up in there, creating your own little world in there, educating each other, man. And I just drop by, I see what you guys are saying. Only 5 more cents for XRP to drop, then time to reprove we earned that high. Exactly, man. Okay, so where was I at here? So 100 billion XRP was created at Ripple's inception. with the protocol's rules specifying that no more is allowed to be created. This makes XRP, this is really key, so pay attention here. So, with the protocol's rules specifying that no more is allowed to be created, this makes XRP a scarce asset, which should cause the currency to appreciate over time. The company behind the protocol, Ripple Labs, has reserved 20 billion XRP for fund development, right? But isn't that a little eye-opening right there, especially coming from a company like Deloitte? XRP, this makes XRP a scarce asset, which should cause the currency to appreciate over time, right? Cryptocurrencies are caught in a catch-22 situation. On one hand, the unstable nature of many of the currencies hinders their widespread adoption. The highly variable exchange rates between Bitcoin, other stateless cryptocurrencies, and sovereign currencies, meaning prices for goods and services quoted in them, must be constantly maintained by merchants while also making them poor stores of value for consumers. The most obvious solution is to foster widespread adoption so that the speculators who dominate these currencies and who create the instability are crowded out by less active investors. Less active investors. Ones that want to hold and custody these digital assets, right? The big money. The merchants and consumers who are looking for a means of exchange and store of value. A government could drive this adoption simply by mandating that citizens use a cryptocurrency to settle their taxes. However, as we've already discussed, this is highly unlikely, right? But that's an interesting little scenario right there. A government could drive this adoption simply by mandating that citizens use a cryptocurrency to settle their taxes. However, as we've already discussed, this is highly unlikely. I mean, this was written back in, what was the date that was attached to this? Give me a second, you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this article, man. I certainly did when I started looking into this Deloitte. 2015? No way. My gosh. 2015. Already talking about RippleNet, Filecoin being thrown into the discussion right there as well. 2015. So yeah, they definitely didn't see 2020 coming. So them saying that's highly unlikely could be likely now in the year 2020. And what was that highly unlikely thing again? Here, we'll just go back up to it. Here, actually, I can just use this. There we go. So once again, a government could drive this adoption simply by mandating that citizens use a cryptocurrency to settle their taxes. However, as we've already discussed, this is highly unlikely. If not a government, though, then why not a sufficiently large and stable institution? Thanks for walking us down XRP rabbit holes, G. Oh, of course, Abe. No worries, man. Always fun, dude. Multinational firms have expressed interest in using cryptocurrencies to settle cross-border transactions within their organizations. Commonwealth Bank of Australia is a case in point in announcing recently that it was trialing Ripple for transferring payments between subsidiaries of the bank. However, it is not known if CBA will participate in the global pool of XRP and thereby ensure its Ripple protocol will interoperate with other institutions using the protocol, or whether CBA will use its own version of XRP, making CBA's implementation stand alone. CBA can even forego XRP if the firm doesn't require the anti-spam features provided by the currency enclosed environment of banks and the subsidiaries. 9 of the world's biggest banks, including JP Morgan, State Street, UBS, BBVA, Bank of Scotland, are also working together to use blockchain technology, Bitcoin the platform, but without the cryptocurrency, to streamline the financial markets. Their focus is on using the technologies post-trade for settlement. One possible example is the issuance of commercial paper on the blockchain, allowing two parties to transfer ownership within minutes and with no need for a third party to verify the transactions. There's also growing interest in Bitcoin or other stateless cryptocurrencies to replace the dollar as the global reserve currency. The intention is to find a reserve asset for central banks that better reflects the global economy, as the US dollar is vulnerable to swings in the domestic economy and policy. This shows in commodity prices, which go up when the US dollar deprecates. A stateless currency could help prevent spikes in and just give me a sec, sorry guys. Could prevent spikes in, what is it? My bad, guys. A stateless currency could help prevent spikes in energy prices when the US dollar weakens significantly. Indeed, there is a trend away from using the US dollar to denominate international exchanges of value, shown by China's agreements with various trading partners to settle trades in their own currencies. Stronger evidence can be found in the diversification of reserves held by many nations. Other major government-backed currencies of sufficient scale, primarily the euro, have similar problems. Okay, so then we start moving on. They start talking about the International Monetary Fund, SDRs, right? Where do we go to here? Okay, so yeah, in this one page alone, they talk about XRP so much and Ripple. Okay, so finally, international transfers will migrate to new peer-to-peer cryptocurrency-based solutions where the solution's native currency, such as XRP for Ripple, other than facilitating the payments process, is used only for triangulation between two currencies not commonly traded. Settlement between institutions will move to new instantaneous payment mechanisms. These mechanisms may be based on exchanging value via a trusted intermediary in the short term, such as APCA's new payments platform and the electronic conveyancing platform of the Property Exchange Australia. In the mid to long term, settlement is expected to move to peer-to-peer solutions, possibly based on blockchain or other technology platforms derived from cryptocurrencies, which are more efficient and effective than intermediary-based solutions. Finally, the international transfers will migrate to a new peer-to-peer cryptocurrencies-based solutions where the solution's native cryptocurrency. Why would they even say native currency, right? They're definitely talking about Ripple and XRP. They even say such as XRP for Ripple. Other than facilitating the payments process, it's used for triangulation between two currencies. Got it. So money is a technology for managing the exchange of value when the parties involved in transactions either don't know or don't trust each other well enough to develop the level of trust required. Consequently, the future of exchanging value looks like it will be shaped primarily by social pressure rather than technology. This is both an opportunity and a challenge. The challenge is that it is difficult, it's not impossible, to predict the outcome of a socially driven change. We can see this on the stock markets, where quoted price represents and consensus opinion on the stock's value rather than numerical result of a computation on the firm's potential based on fundamental business indicators. It can also be seen when active funds managers who pick stocks struggle to perform better than passive, automated index tracking strategies. The opportunity is that the future will not be determined by the dispassionate logic of technology, enabling us to interact with the change as it unfolds, exploring, learning, and creating opportunities and new roles for ourselves. With this in mind, we'll discuss that different stakeholders may consider that they navigate the future of exchanging value, right? That internet of value. Of course, they come up with the Starbucks reference here. Everybody always has to talk about Starbucks in terms of relation to crypto for some reason. Okay, so on to the next one. Give me a second, guys. Get you guys that music back. BTC's crashing? Okay. BTC's crashing. Let's go. All right, so firms involved in existing payments and value exchange processing used by the financial sector would be wary. Peer-to-peer approaches to exchanging value are proving to be more efficient or effective than the historical centralized solutions, and we expect these to be replaced rapidly. However, disruption of the established centralized solutions does not necessarily imply disruption of the responsible firms. Development and maintenance of the technologies these peer-to-peer solution rests on must be supported. This support may come from an open source model, such as the one used to develop and maintain Linux, and more recently Bitcoin. It could come from a consortium-based approach, such as Hyperledger, but I don't think Hyperledger was around at this time, or was just being developed around this time, actually. It could come from a consortium-based approach supported by a standards body, or it may even be provided by a firm willing to invest the time and effort to ensure the peer-to-peer solution is correct and compliant with the relevant and international regulations, of which Ripple Labs may be a good example. Did you see that right? It could come from or it could be provided by a firm willing to invest the time and effort to ensure the peer-to-peer solution is correct and compliant with the relevant national and international regulations, of which Ripple Labs may be a good example. Indeed, the financial sector is heavily regulated, and the need to support this regulation with its accompanying burdens or proof and penalties will be a significant driver in determining how these peer-to-peer solutions will be integrated into the finance sector. This may favor a conventional firm with significant experience in the regulatory environment. That's why I like Ripple, man. They're working with regulators, right? But yeah, Ripple mentioned 14 times in this PDF from 2015, mind you, from Deloitte and in Australia. And what were we just seeing right there, right, with Australia? Government embraces blockchain with new trial and public servants network. It's getting real, y'all. Let me just go down to see some more, maybe some more possible big names in here. Nope. But yeah, here, I'll share this PDF with y'all if you guys want to check it out. Testing 50 cents now. Dang, dude. Man. That's not a good sign, though. That's not a good sign, man. I mean, it's a deep retrace. It's really testing it, but would have really liked to have seen it get that support at 56 cents. We'll see what these new days end up coming. We still got 15 hours to this day, so we'll end up seeing if there's any buying pressure. It looks like there is buying pressure underneath it. If we can close at 50, maybe I can settle for that, but the major resistance that we wanted to find support at is at around 56 cents. Go to bed, G. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I know, I gotta go to bed. It is Thanksgiving tomorrow, man. I'm excited for some football, some Thanksgiving football, some hanging out with the family, all that good stuff. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Van life bikers, right, man? The market's crashing. Maybe if I leave, it'll start going up in a tremendous way. But everybody, get ready for maybe some Black Friday deals when it comes to crypto coming soon. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you guys so much. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, XLM community, ETH community, DLT community, crypto community, all the communities out there. Guys, the future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Thank you guys so much for joining in. And remember, I'll never tell you guys what to do. I'll just tell you what's up. And right now, in the past hour and 24 hours, it's looking hella red. So nothing up too much, but let's see if maybe we have one in the green right here. We got ANG, we got CeeLo in the past hour. It looks like Filecoin starting to wake up, and WireX token. Past 24 hours, AXPR, Electronium. Keep an eye out for Electronium, one of those eco-friendly solutions as well. But anyways, guys, remember, I'm not a financial advisor, not a pro trader or anything like that. Much love to y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a happy Thanksgiving. Everybody in this chat, happy Thanksgiving to the Blue Crew. You guys are amazing, man. Just thank you guys so much, man. This has been an amazing year, and it's been really easy going through it with, with the Blue Crew. Or the going through it with the Blue Crew makes it easier. I'm not saying it's super easy, but you guys are awesome, man. So much love to y'all. Hope everybody gets to have some fat bellies, have a lot of great food, good times, man. Alrighty. Take care and adios. Thank you guys.